The United States, under my administration, took an aggressive stance on trade in 2025. Our aim was to curb illegal immigration and the flow of fentanyl across our borders.
The method tariffs on its North American neighbors, Canada and Mexico. These tariffs, impacting a range of goods, were designed to pressure these nations into tighter border controls and cooperation on drug trafficking. The move sent shockwaves through the interconnected economies of North America.
The decision to utilize tariffs was met with immediate pushback. Critics argued that it was a blunt instrument, likely to cause economic harm while being ineffective in addressing the complex issues of immigration and drug trafficking. They pointed to the integrated nature of North American manufacturing, warning of disruptions and price hikes.
Despite these concerns, the tariffs came into effect, marking a turbulent chapter in the relationship between the United States and its closest trading partners.
Canada and Mexico were swift in their response to the U.S. tariffs. Both countries viewed the move as unjustified and harmful to their own economies.
They countered with retaliatory tariffs of their own, targeting specific sectors of the U.S. economy. Canadian tariffs focused on key industries in states seen as politically important.
Mexico, in addition to tariffs, employed a range of non-tariff barriers, such as increased inspections and regulatory hurdles, to impede the flow of U.S. goods.
This tit-for-tat exchange of tariffs had immediate and far-reaching consequences. Supply chains that crisscrossed the continent were thrown into disarray. Businesses accustomed to the seamless flow of goods were forced to scramble for alternative sources and navigate a web of new regulations. The smooth functioning of North American trade, a cornerstone of the region's economic prosperity, was profoundly disrupted. The tariffs imposed by the US and the retaliatory measures taken by Canada and Mexico had a ripple effect throughout the North American economy. Consumers felt the pinch of rising prices on a range of goods, from groceries to automobiles. Businesses, facing increased costs and uncertainty, pulled back on investments and expansion plans. The economic pain was not limited to the countries directly involved in the trade dispute. Global markets reacted with unease, reflecting the interconnected nature of the global economy. The trade war highlighted the fragility of global supply chains and the interconnectedness of modern economies. It served as a stark reminder that protectionist policies, while seemingly aimed at safeguarding domestic interests, often carry unintended consequences that can harm all parties involved. The economic fallout from the tariffs underscored the need for cooperation and dialogue to address trade disputes and maintain a stable global trading system. As the economic fallout from the tariffs mounted, diplomatic efforts intensified. Recognizing the need to stem the damage and find a path to resolution, the involved countries engaged in a series of high-level negotiations.
These talks, while often tense, reflected a shared understanding that a protracted trade war was in no one's interest. The focus shifted from confrontation to finding common ground.
After weeks of intense negotiations, a temporary truce was reached. The US agreed to suspend its tariffs on Canadian and Mexican goods, while Canada and Mexico reciprocated by lifting their retaliatory measures.
The truce, while providing a much-needed respite, was just a first step. The underlying issues that led to the trade dispute remained unresolved, leaving open the possibility of future tensions.
The temporary nature of the agreement underscored the need for continued dialogue and cooperation to achieve a lasting solution.